Okay, so this is 10:08, and I'm going to start now. For those who are not here, if when they join during the call, I will just like fill them in on what's been happening, how they could follow up. So, because it's a very tight schedule, for us to be able to do a lot of things in 3 hours, I will need to start very early. So, welcome. This is the very first session for the Helm Labs AI Build Sprint. And by 4 p.m. today, I'm very hopeful that everyone in this room on the call would have a live URL and something that they can open on their phone or share with friends or someone. So this is going to be a proper application that they can look at the code, change things, and share the URL to anyone within their circle to have a look at. So on the chat already, we have done the whole introduction of your name, what you're building. But I'd like to know if we're all active. I mean, I'll prefer if we all can turn on our cameras, but that's fine if you are not comfortable with that. But could we just like take around the room and say, oh, introduce ourselves again and how one word for how you're feeling right now? We can start with you, Blessing. How are you feeling right now for this session?
Okay, I'm excited. I'm also very much interested to learn how to build my own MVP. So yeah, excited is the word, I guess.
Awesome. What about you, Olumide? How do you feel?
I would say pumped up. I've been doing some stuff on the background for a week now, so I just want to get a human feel because everything I've been doing has just been AI basics. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, awesome. Uko, how do you feel about the session?
I mean, I feel also looking forward to achieving great stuff at the end of the day.
I hope that happens too. Over to you, Tobi. How do you feel about the session?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Sorry, I did not
It's
clarify.
Tobi.
Over to Tobi. Yes.
Okay, good afternoon. I'm very much excited to learn more and stuff.
Okay. Happy to hear that. And Tobi Oyinlola, how do you feel about this?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. Also looking forward to learn more and to build cool stuff basically. Yeah.
And I think how about you, David? How are you feeling about this call?
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm feeling great, and I've been doing some stuff for the past few weeks. I feel like I joined the AI train late, but I want to see how VO is any different and stuff I could do with VO. Thank you.
You're welcome. Who's next?
I think
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, so I'm feeling excited to see what I will build by the ending of the course. So I will just say I'm active. Yeah.
Awesome. So I think that's all of us here on the call at the moment, and I'll just get right to it. So if at any time we are trying to build and you feel stuck with an issue with your like application, you can just like type it here in the chat or on the WhatsApp group, and I'll be able to like help you with it because the goal here is for us to build together. I'll be building the application myself, mine, and you also be building yours, just for us to get it out together. So I'll start with what Vue is. For those who have not like had a thorough feel of the tool, it's an application builder, an AI app builder. They have various ones like Lovable, Bolt, Base 44, Mocha. There are lots in the market at the moment, but the specific reason why I like using Vue is just how when it's able to encompass like every single aspect of the full stack development from the front end to the back end. It's able to solve a lot of blockers a lot better than most apps that I've tried out. I've tried to use a lot of them in the past, and it's just really efficient when it comes to building full stack applications properly. So think of it like having your own developer that you can talk to who is able to work on whatever features you want to build in seconds. It never gets tired. It doesn't change charge by the hour, just by credit. So whatever it outputs are mostly React components and Tailwind CSS. This is more like technical lingo, but those are should I say they are a lot of developers are very conversant with them. So if at any point in time your app gets very big, bigger than what Vue can handle, you're able to export it and hand it over to a developer who will still understand your code moving forward. So the whole blocker that some people have seen have that, oh, what if I'm building a lot more and Vue cannot handle all of this? And I want to bring up a developer that would manually code more like advanced features in the application. How do I do this? Vue can help you export your application. So you're not locked in V0 entirely. So every single logic that you write in your application, be it the features, be it the buttons, the colors, how you want the placement of the layouts, V0 is able to do that just through common English that you prompt with it. So, but the thing is, you have to be very descriptive in how you explain to V0 what it should build. You don't try to overwhelm the AI, but you also have to be very descriptive. So you can't just say, build me an app with auth and payments, or build me a Jumia clone. Can it try that? Yes, but that is not efficient use of your AI credits because it needs to understand what you're trying to build. It needs to be able to build those things step by step, right? Because even if you come to a developer now, like I used to run a product studio next MVP where I built product for founders last year. So whenever I want to understand what the founder is trying to do, we have like 30 minutes to 1 hour call, sometimes multiple calls. I want to understand what the founder has in their head and how I can put that into a product requirement document that I can now use to build that application. So think of it like when you're talking to an AI like that it needs to truly understand just where you're going to and what you're trying to achieve with this product. And it needs to understand this like step by step. Trying to pack it all at once is not like a very good approach. So I would go around the app a bit to talk about the different sides of it. So you understand like where everything is on V0. This chatbot here is where this one, let me highlight it here, the call. That is where you prompt and add in your prompts. You're able to do a lot more than just adding prompts to this. You can also import images from your computer. V0 is also very capable of doing that. If you have a manual drawing that you want V0 to have a look at and then replicate in your application, you can do that through here. It's able to understand design systems too. And it's also able to import Figma files into V0. That is also a very interesting feature, but I'm not so I don't really like the feature as at the stage it is now. They're still improving on it, but it's still able to do not very complex designs from Figma to V0. But I'm hoping in the next couple of months, they're able to like improve it better that you can take out very complex designs in Figma and build them out in V0, and it's a complete replica. So this is the chatbot. Then we have, let me just clear this. Then we have your projects. This is where you can see all projects that you have built in the application. You have all your conversations that you've had in the application. You can also build out a design system here, create a design system that V0 can use That way, every single design you get to make in V0 is the same. It follows the same designs, the same patterns. It's fixed. So even if you want to build a very large application and you have multiple iterations and features you add to it, the design system is consistent across every single page and feature. So that helps you maintain consistency across your application. Then there are also templates here on this page that you can use to get started. That is, if you're just like browsing and you don't want to start from scratch, you want to see what it looks like by just replicating what someone has already built on V0. That's what this template here is for. Then here, you can see all your credits, your profile, your account settings, and the credits you have. So that is like an overview of the V0 application itself. Now, the other features I can't show you here because we haven't started building, but I'll get to show you those features once we start building our application, because you need to know how to deploy your app to the web. You need to know how to see the different versions that your application has. If you make a mistake in one version, you want to go to the previous version, you can also do that. And also see how your tokens and your AI credits are being used as you build. So let's talk about like strengths and weaknesses. That way you have a mental model of what you're expecting from V0. It's not a supercomputer, right? It's very excellent at certain things and a bit mediocre at certain things. So I want you to have an expectation of what you're going to be building in this session and how we keep on building, like moving forward to next week down to the 6th of June. So it's very excellent at landing pages, building dashboards, authentication flows, data tables and filters, multi-step forms, sidebars and navigations, modal dialogues. These are like interactive elements in your applications, and also card-based UIs, right? So anything you're able to describe on the screen, VO can build it. So before I go to talking more about how we want to break down and scope our build for this week, do you have any question for me from all I've said so far? Okay, so in the absence of any questions, okay, I'll just go over talking about how we're going to scope out our ideas. So while submitting the form, I saw a lot of you had very amazing ideas that I was really proud that I was able to do this, because there's some ideas that I saw, I was like, oh, this is really needed. Someone needs to build this. I'm happy you're trying to build this. And I was fascinated by just how the thinking process that many of you had when it comes to the things you want to put out into the world. But then I want you to, while with that whole excitement, still calm down a bit to now break it into steps. Think of it like building a house. You may want to build a very big house, but you can't just make the house appear. You'd have to work on the foundation. You have to work on the roofing, have to work on the interiors. There are different steps that are involved in building your house from the ground up. So with V0 and with every other AI builder, it's the same process. You would have to break it down into steps, which is why I stretched this over 4 weeks, which I believe we're able to do this because I've done it with various founders already, where we're able to build out something very concrete in the span of 4 weeks, 3 hours every single Saturday for the entire length of the time. So for today, for week 1, our target is 3 things. You're building the landing page for your application. It has to talk about what problem you're trying to solve, who the application is for, why your user is going to care about the application you're trying to build, and also a call to action prompting the user to perform an action. That could be joining a wait list, that could be signing up, that could be checking out the application or a demo. Since we are doing authentication next week, we're going to be building this in such a way that the application is open to all. So we're going to build every single thing that you can think of today using the steps. you're able to check out your features, you're able to test out different things in the application. And then by next week, we then begin to protect different pages that we don't want everyone to just have access to. So the first one is the landing page. Then the second one is our main product screen. So the core thing that your user does in your product, the dashboard, the feed, the inbox, whatever it is, what do they have to say? What can they see in your application? Then the third one, this is like quite optional, but this is going to be your admin or setting view. If your product has two types of users, the person who uses it, the person who manages it, which is yourself, you have to build your manager view for yourself to see what you can see on the back end. So if they're using certain features, you can see number of times they're using that certain feature. And also that's like going to be the 3 screens or 3 parts of the application we're building in week 1. So I want to start with like an example to show you how we're going to break this down. Could someone like just tell me what their product idea is in 1 sentence, and let me use that to break down what I mean by the 3 different steps.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, Blessing. Please go ahead.
No, you can go ahead, please.
No, please. I insist.
Blessing, please go ahead.
Okay, so I'm building an AI sales rep that helps business owners make money.
Okay. So what you mean by make money and a sales rep, does it perform sales call for them?
Not necessarily call, but that's like future plans. But first part is answering all of their DMs. So when people make inquiries, he gets to answer the DMs and close the sales, and also follow up on the leads if they do not close immediately.
Okay. So I would say for the very first one, your landing page has to talk about what this is and what the business owner gets to benefit from using this application. Then the sales reps, are they AI sales reps?
Yes, they're AI sales reps.
Okay. Then the product screen could be creating an AI sales rep, getting to feed it with information that he uses to understand how to receive calls, right? And okay, so for the calls now, will you only receive calls or will you also make calls?
Yes. So there's a way for it to be able to make calls, but I don't know how that functionality is going to work. I've seen it happen before, but I don't know how to build that. But yeah, it should be able to receive calls. So this is the idea. You know how that when you're running ads on Instagram, Facebook, and to your WhatsApp and all of those channels, you have like a lot of DMs, especially if you're spending a lot of money in marketing. And you have sales reps that are manually attending to those leads. So this AI sales rep is replacing the number of sales rep that you need. So as the leads are coming in, it's answering the customers, directing them either to your product page or giving them different options of the products that you're currently selling and closing them. Now, if people do not close, it gets to still follow up after 2 days, 3 days, like during a particular period of time, unlike normal sales rep that they might forget to follow up on a lead over a period of time. So it also gets to follow up on them. And then the call is also a very good feature in the sense that if it's like, let's say, lead generation kind of ad where you're running the ads to like a lead gen form and they fill it out, the AI sales rep is able to call those leads like as soon as they drop into your pipeline. But for now, I'm building more of like the B2C side where it's more of like engagement ads when you're running messaging ads. Then when you're running lead ads, then we can build out the future for the rep to be able to call the clients.
Okay, that's fine. So I think another thing I'm going to also do is I will go through your submissions for this session, and then every single third-party feature I believe you're going to be needing for this build, I would reach out to you via email and tell you how you're going to like implement it, because for this use now, you're going to need an AI application that's able to make calls back and forth. This one I have in mind, but I'll find it and I reach out to you and, oh, this is what you're going to be implementing here, how you can connect it to be able to make and receive calls itself automatically. Yeah. Okay, so then, you're welcome. So the product side now is just you building the creation process. And then maybe you could also add a page where they can test how the call happens. So V0 built by Vercel now, they have an AI feature at the back end that's able, you can able to like implement into your application. So you can test it in that controlled space, but you can't use it there because it will be expensive over time. So there are more standard third-party features that you can add after this session. But the creating part of the product after the landing page, and then also the testing part and the publishing part of the AI agents can be your product. You can now have the managing dashboard for yourself where you're able to manage your users, the number of agents that they have created, a number of calls that they have made. You can also have transcripts of the calls for data purposes if they have issues. You can also have a place where if they want to create phone numbers or if they had blockers, and also the number of people that each agent has placed a call to, plus also the lead generation. So just giving you an overview of how it's going to look like from your end, from the end user's end, and then the landing page. So that's how you can like structure it across your entire product. Hope that's like clear for others on how you can structure the 3 phases of building for this week 1. Okay, awesome. So let's take like 3 minutes to write out what you want to build for your main screen, landing page, and also the managing side of the application for yourself. If your app is like an e-commerce marketplace where you have 2 types of user, maybe buyer and seller, you can also split into 4 screens then, because now you're going to need to have the side where you get to manage, the seller side, the buyer side in the landing page. So 3 minutes for us to go over that and split it up. You can also ask questions. I'm available to answer every question you have.
Sorry, I don't know if you can hear me, but
I
you
can hear
said
you.
the right one. You said the landing page and then what?
The product page for the application, the main product page, where your user is going to perform their actions, how they're going to make use of what you're trying to build. And then the final one is now the admin side, or let's say the managing part of the application, where you can manage the application and see how your users are making use of it. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, Shola.
Yes.
If our application requires payment, do we add it and say that VO should just simulate it for now before we add on any payment method or something?
Yes, if it's required for your application, that product side, yes. So you can add it, let's say, for a settings page where you can show billing flow, but it's just
Simulate.
simulated, yes. So because week 3 now, we're going to be adding payment using FeedStack.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, Olumide, you had a question?
Yes, Shola. I just wanted to get your thoughts on something.
Okay.
So for what I'm trying to build relating to filing a personal income tax, the app would need sort of probably an API access to help me fill fields automatically.
Okay.
So the layer of, let's say, Lagos tax filing, the user will not have direct access to that particular website. So my own will be a layer. So a
On top
layer
of
that fields the major fields in the Lagos State. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Yes, so a layer over the major Lagos State tax internal revenue, and
Okay.
then to now make a payment for that same particular Lagos State revenue. Let's say, for example, you have to file 1,000 naira for your tax. So that 1,000 naira is a layer that pays directly to Lagos State on your behalf. So you don't have to bother yourself going to the website. It just everything works on that particular website. So
Okay.
to wrap it up, the system will need to fill for you, click for you also, and
Okay.
then payment included.
Okay. Do you have access to the API at the moment with an API key?
No. I'm just letting you know. So
Okay.
that's what yes.
Okay. You can still simulate that flow, but then I think you need to have access to the API where it's going to call, you use to like call the API from your application with an API key. So you can still build that, but at the moment you can simulate that flow for today's build. And then with two, when you're adding authentication, you can then get the real API plus an API key and then connect it to Visa and your app.
All right, thanks.
Then the one you said about payment, then I think you can now get it, and if someone can, the amount of money they have to pay before they can access certain features or file this tax, or how much they have to pay. Let's say they're filing 1,000 naira and they have to like pay a fee for using your service. Then you add it there. So there are different ways.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yes, so there are different ways we can use the FeedStack API here. It can be one-time payments based on like transactions, or it can also be subscriptions. I'll be talking about all of that in week 3. That's why like I set a whole week for week 3. So there'll be the payment side of it so they can add to your platform.
All right, thanks. I think payment is even the last layer because I think payment right now is not a big deal per se.
Okay, just want to get it working first.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so have we all written out the different pages? Let me go to the next session. Okay, a few more minutes and we'll go back to the next session. Okay, so I take it that we're all done. Okay. So the next thing we're talking about is your prompt strategy. Now you already have a picture of what you're trying to build for today. How do you turn those 3 or 4 pages into prompts that you can read and understand and then build it out for you? So one of the biggest mistakes that I've seen beginners make is they put their entire product into one prompt. You could say, build me a SaaS application with a dashboard, a landing page, auth, payments, and then Vue just tries its best to build that out, but it ends up returning garbage. So you have to think about it that, like I said, you're trying to build a house. 1 prompt per page. You start with your landing page. So V0 has an idea of what you're trying to build. You thoroughly tell it that, oh, this is how you want the landing page to look like, what you're trying to build, how you're trying to present your application. One tool I used to use is ChatGPT or Claude. Sometimes I tell it to read out what I'm trying to build here and write me a very good prompt. And then I revise the prompt myself. That way it's able to understand the prompt I'm feeding to V0 properly. So a good formula that you can do is have like proper context in your prompt. It could be that build a page or component for the name of the app, then like a one-line description of your products, then describe what goes onto the page. Then you describe your design. This context at the start, like it helps to make everything that follows 10x more coherent for V0 to understand. So a layout you can also look at is that what does the page or component do, which is, let's say your landing page, what's its purpose? What are the specific sections or elements that you want on that page? So you list them out. Design instructions, if you want a particular type of color or style or font or mood or feeling of the page, you also explain that. So you start with function, not design for this. And then over time, Vio could make mistakes. It's an AI, it hallucinates. We have seen when we are chatting with ChatGPT and it hallucinates. For a building tool, it does a lot better than chatbots, right? But if you get something wrong, you don't just like delete and start it over. You reply to the same chat, you try to fix it in the same conversation. It gives it more context to understand how you want your app to be at the end. And so let's say you could say, for example, the header looks good, but your pricing section needs 2 columns instead of 3 columns. You want your CTA button to be blue, not white. You have to describe exactly what is wrong and what you want instead. So VO holds context within that conversation that you can use continuously till you're done with your build. Then something else you can also do is also import images to guide the design. If you're on a platform, say you're on Chowdeck's website, they have a very, very wonderful website, by the way, and you want Vue to replicate something that looks, or a component or a design on Chowdeck, you can take a screenshot of the Chowdeck's page and import that image into V0 and tell it to like replicate this or try to look at it and add it to your own page. So you're able to import images, like even hand-drawn images, into V0. It's one of like the most powerful things you can do. And I'm also going to be trying that here, so you also see how that works. So you can do that also. Vue is able to like read the layout, the spacing, the visual hierarchy, and replicate it for your products. So you're not like copying the product, you're just like borrowing their design sense for Vue to use for your own application. The same thing works with like a photo. If you have a white sketchboard or a hand drawing, and Vue can also replicate those things. So if your prompt, one thing to just note is that if your prompt is more than 20 lines, it's too long. It has to be concise enough for you to read through. Else the context window is like, it's not as large enough to occupy, it'll take it, but then you may not build out everything you've written out. So build out the skeleton first for your app, lay out the section, placeholder content. Then in the second prompt, you can now add your details, the actual copy. If you want to change words on a particular section, the specific component behavior, if you wanted to have hover states, just like 2 very specific prompts always beats one large gigantic prompt. It's one error that I think I made when I was teaching V0 in Lagos, like about 4 months ago. I taught a particular way of prompting, which was good, but it didn't work for every single app at the same time. There's some applications that it just didn't work for. So a lot of people were having difficulty that I had to go back again, study V0, try different things to see what could work across the board before coming up with this, that, oh, the smaller and the more concise and specific a prompt is, the better the output you get from V0. So we're going to be going into the build process now. And I'm going to be building my own product live. I'm building, let me just like show you what I'm trying to work on here. It's going to be okay, you have a question? Please ask.
Oh yes. So actually written out the whole design process for all the three sides of 3 pages that I
Okay.
have, kind of the landing page, the user side, and the management side. So
Okay.
I'd written it all out. Do you mean I should split those three into smaller prompts that I can feed onto VO later on?
Yes.
Or
Yes. We'll start with the landing page now. So we
oh,
are working on landing page. You're going to be building it in prompt by prompt until we have it how you want it to look. Then we'll now go on to the product side. Does that answer your question? Okay. Awesome. So I am building a customer feedback management tool for startup and founders. The goal is just to like have a centralized product feedback place where even you guys kind of using can use to uncover insights and make more informed decisions about your product. So you start with the flow that I mentioned for you. Let me drop an example here. Where's the chat? So this is how my very first prompt looks like. Drop this in the chat. Build a dark themed SaaS landing page for FeedStack, a customer feedback management tool built for startups and founders. So it's going to have a hero section with large bold headline, the feedback board your users will actually use, collect feature requests, prioritize your roadmap, and close the loop with your users. Flat pricing, no per user traps. So 2 CTA buttons, get started, see how it works. Trusted by 200 plus founders. There's also a dark card showing a feature board with 3 post items. So this is just the hero section that I'm building, first of all, for it to fit before I now build out the rest of the landing pages. So it's good for you to build it like section by section, have a look how you want it to look, and then build out the next section until you build out the complete landing page. That way you can make corrections to every section you have an issue with before going to the next. Is that clear?
yes, it is. But wouldn't
Okay.
that like take up the credits kind of?
Well, it's compared to how you look at it, it won't, because if you're being section by section and it's able to build out the full section completely without any hiccups, you don't have to go back to correcting every section you didn't get right correctly. So if it takes in this little prompt that you feed to it, it builds out that section completely for you, then you're able to go to the next one without having to make iterations on that first section you already built. But you could look at it that if you're building the whole thing at once and start making corrections, that could be a better approach. But it doesn't always work like that if V0 doesn't have full context at the moment. And you end up making corrections on multiple places all at once, still spending more credit in the process. Does that
But
answer your
what if
question?
you get all the context that you need to build out the full landing page for you?
Yeah, you can, but if what do you call it? You can actually feed it into it. But like I said, if it's more than 20 lines, you start to get hallucinations in your copy or the color or the design, because it starts to use what it already has or knows in its design system instead of just how you want it to look like. That's why this is like a more better approach. But then that is also something you can try to use, but this is a much better approach to cut it section by section while building.
Okay, so can we also probably like prompt Claude to give us what we want for the full landing page? Then while prompting it, we take out each session prompt and give it to Veil.
Yes, you can do that. So if you have Claude ChatGPT, you can do that right now to explain to you what we're trying to build and tell it to build out section by section prompt for the entire landing page for you. You can like take 2-3 minutes to do that. Go over the prompt it gives to you, see if the copy is right, see if it works how you want it to look, and then we start.
All right.
I'll just wait for the next 3 minutes till 1:50. All right, so are we done writing out the prompt? If yes, you can feed it into V0 and start building. Okay, yes, you have a question.
Yeah, Shola. So in a situation whereby the whole, description is more than 20 words, there could be a description for the landing page before listing out the features. Do you get? So in that situation, what do we do? I don't know if you understand me. Like the description is more than 20 page. For example, let's say I'm building a landing page and my description is already saying dark theme, this should be the structure, this should be the type of fonts, blah 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 blah. This should be the type of colors that will be used, and then it comes down to the main hero section, which I want to start with, and it will now say, okay, for example, states the headline, the sub headline, then the primary CTA, and the maybe secondary CTA. I don't know if you understand my question. Should I work with that?
Well, since it's just the hero section, you can work with that, yes. I'll see how it looks. But if he has any error afterwards, you can just make corrections. Yeah. You can absolutely like do more than 20. It's not like a prerequisite for you to always be 20, but it's just like a best practice for you to have basically give V0 little to work with at a time so it doesn't, should I say, get overwhelmed with features to build. But yeah, if it's just all within still the hero section, they're trying to work on, trying to explain the design system to it, that works too.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so are we let's giving it a context of what we're building entirely before telling it what that section is, right? 'Cause
Yes.
okay.
Yes. I think for mine now, this is the context here of what you need to understand. The customer feedback management tool it for startup and founders. That should be like a context you can give to it. So if similar to what you explained when you're submitting the form for this cohort we're trying to build in a sentence, that could be a context. So what are you trying to build? How do you want it to look? Who is it for? What are they using it for? And or just in one sentence really, and go over the context there. So it has context of what you're trying to work on, and when you start giving section by section, it knows how to follow through.
Okay.
Okay. So let me know if you started creating anything. So before I move on to talking about Visa and what we are looking at.
Can I prompt with this view?
To ask the question.
Yes,
Yes.
to ask this,
You
because I
actually
just
can.
use the chat feature.
Yes, you can ask its question and tell it to like give you a better way that it's going to understand the prompt. Yes, you can do that.
Okay. Because my cloud just my cloud has limits now.
Oh, are you using Opus?
Yes.
You can switch back to Sonnet. I think Opus uses a lot more, even if you're on I think the premium or pro plan. You use it a lot more. And it's not really needed for everyday use like that. So I had to switch. I kept on hitting limits like every single day.
But if I switch now, would it still wait for me?
No. It's still tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so I've started building now.
Okay. How does it look?
Oh, I mean, still thinking and all that, so I just need to confirm.
Okay. So let me just try to do a bit of explanation here. It takes you through creating a design brief, like what I showed you guys on the page, and it tries to understand what it's looking at. So if you can see every single thing here in the hero section, the large headline, the sub-headline, the two CTA buttons, this button now has a line around it. Plus, below the CTA, it basically built every single thing I listed here. And also a hero mockup showing like a feedback board with 3 post items, vote count and color saddle badge. It doesn't look so good, I mean, this part of it, but then this way I can also make updates to it that, oh, what you did here, you can make it a bit better. And, oh, so. So it also saves your design features and theme to the system. That way it keeps using that across your entire application. It doesn't try to build something new now and decides to use a green button. It's consistent across the entire application once it has saved your design system. That's the colors you want to use, the theme, the fonts, all of it. So let me try to add a feature section on the landing page in another prompt. Yeah, something I was also going to mention, if you click on this part here, you would see the different models that are available to you. I'm currently on VO Mini. It's able to do a lot of these builds like very well. I think before you even go to need the VO Max, it's like say we are building the main app itself or adding authentication and payments. That's when you may need to use V0 Max. But right now, V0 Mini just works perfect for all the UI use cases we're trying to build in today's session. So it's best to use this. You end up using less credits and still get the build you're looking to work on. Yes, you had a question. Okay, yeah, for some people, the V0 marks comes auto, but the mini is just better for what you're trying to build today. You will not really need to use the marks once you're trying to add complex systems like authentication and payments to your application, or let's say AI. We're trying to put in like voice features, like lesson mentioned. So I'm just going to build alongside while you guys build yours. We'll all build together. If you have questions while building, you can just ask and I'll answer your question, or you can drop it in the WhatsApp chat and I'll also look at it. So far you can see what VIA has been able to like give to me. It's not perfect yet. We don't even have like a navigation bar, but it's still getting us like all the way there. In say functional development now, this would take like a day or 2 days for a developer to like just work on landing page itself. And I've done this in just 2 minutes. Okay, so now I have my hero section. The feature section, how it works, and now the pricing section. I'm going to do the testimonial section and the footer. So how's everyone doing? Have we been able to like build anything yet? Any blockers so far? Or questions?
No, there's none from mine. Though I noticed that my initial intention was to build just the hero section, but I noticed that I built everything till the footer.
Okay. Okay. And it looks good?
Yeah, it looks very good.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, so I mean, I'm building in section by section. As much as I would have loved to put it all in at once, the whole landing page, but it's looking really nice. I have 3 sections done now. Just more to go.
Okay. Does anyone want to share with the group what we are trying to build already? I mean, I can turn off presenting for you to present for a few minutes.
Yeah, I can share.
Okay. The floor is yours.
Yes.
Oh, meet flow. Even did a navigation for you. Turn meetings into actions automatically. Okay, so is it like an AI note taker or something like Read AI? Okay.
Hello, I'm sorry, Shola. My view is saying 4 messages left today.
Oh, were you on VO Max or VO Mini?
Mini. I was on Mini. I'm still on Mini actually.
Yeah, I can stop sharing, right?
Yes, you can.
I think I will just have to do the rest of the sections together because it's not that it's saying 4 messages left.
Would you want to like get a pro plan, premium plan for it?
Not right now.
Okay. Yes, yes, you can share. Wow, like the
Yes,
UI.
I've been conversant with Claude for the past 3 weeks now, so I sort of took it through a a different process because the one I did before it wasn't so good, so I
Okay.
did another one. So this one, so I didn't want something that would be
I can hear him. I can hear you. Hi, Olumide. I can hear you speaking.
too busy. So when you come ask you a question, it will be reviewed and prepared, and then payments and submit. But I'm not certain about the perception of AI on this for people yet. So I'm not sure if I'm keeping AI reviews, although the idea that I have of this is on the user aspect of it, the user page or the admin page, there will be an AI agent that works on the background. So immediately you click submit on your questions, the AI agent does and executes.
Okay.
It reviews and also executes, and then brings you back to the results. Either you're making payments or there is a challenge, which of course has to do with your the new tax code that I generated with your NIM.
Okay.
So so basically that's it. And then I try to also categorize everybody. So the entire market is too large, but I'm also looking at the fact that how I could start with one individual. So I will start with myself, probably
Okay.
then go down to family members, friends and families, and then of course go down the line of seeing how this can expand further. And of course there should be a Q&A, an FAQ. So why you should file your tax. People should somehow understand the perception and the penalties attached to this. From the new act that came out for the tax law, it means that if you don't pay, you are liable to pay 100K every single month that you delay, and then 50K the subsequent month of your delays. So the perception of making people understand this criteria of non-compliant is something I was trying to show here.
Okay.
Why choose the tax error, and then of course FAQ on that one. So nothing too bogus. However, I'll do another review and then see how this can be further streamlined. I'll stop sharing now.
It looks very nice, to be honest. It looks really nice.
Thanks. I think V0 is quite good.
I feel like it. Does anyone else want to share? Okay, so I'm just going to keep on building the other parts of my page. The footer looks nice. Trusted by founders. Boards, post. So now I'm going to try to iterate on something so you get to see how that also works when trying to like make changes. I don't like how my secondary button looks. It's not standing out enough to me, so I'm just going to type it out here.
Zabi this guy.
So you can see that I didn't write like a very large prompt. I just described exactly what I want changed, and it made those changes. That's how you get to iterate on your build over time. Okay. Yes, you have a question. Just go ahead.
All right, sir. So I'm trying to change from I was using my phone earlier. So I'm trying to change to the PC now. Then
So,
I don't know, I can't find where I am. Like what to find what I was doing.
sorry, I couldn't hear you clearly.
I said I was trying to I was initially I was on my phone. I was using the Vercel app on the web on my phone. So now I'm trying to change to my PC now to access it, but I can't seem to know where to go and check what I've done.
Okay. Are you logged into your laptop now on V0?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Share your screen, please.
Okay, let me I'm actually not even I'm using my Google Meet on my phone and then the app and the software now.
Oh,
Then my web. So then just
uh,
close it down.
okay.
Then
Let me see
just
if I can destroy it to you from here. If you're on your V0 landing page, like here, right? You will
I'm
see
not here.
receipt. Oh,
I'm not here.
where are you on your landing page?
If you click the as project deployment logs, then I'm on all projects. It has usage projects, then
You're on all
alerts.
projects.
Yes.
Can you see your project?
No, there's no project here.
Check here for recent chats where my cursor is. Let me see if I could draw that out for you.
I can't even get something that
Like
where I
this
can
part
show
here.
the
Check on recent chats.
recent chats.
Yes.
I'm probably not even on any last bit. Don't just start find.
Wait, are you logged in on the same V0 you're using on your phone?
Yes, sir.
You should see it on recent
Well,
chats.
about
Refresh the page and check recent chats again.
I'm trying to send to you on WhatsApp now.
Okay. I'm on WhatsApp. You can send it here.
This is where
Oh,
like new chat.
okay. You see where your name is at the top?
Yes, sir.
Yes, click on that circle icon there. Let's take you back to home. You're actually on Vercel, you're not on V0.
Oh,
Yes, like in fact, go back to your browser, then type in v0.app where your URL is.
yeah.
So v0.app, and then take you to the home page where you see your recent chat. Have you seen it?
Nice. Nice. It's living.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so now that I'm done with my landing page, I want to build out the public feedback board page for the application. And I would add my prompt in. So V0 has built this for me. And I would like show you guys something again to explain what you're looking at here on V0 quickly. This is where your chat is, and this is where your design preview can be seen. Here you can see the actual code for your application. And you can also see a database, which are going to be connecting much later, probably like in this same session. You can also view your app in mobile view and also in desktop view. So I want to look at the public feedback page that was built and the URL that it was built on. Feedback. Okay, so now you can see that it has built the feedback page for me. I don't like how this looks. The drop down and the search bar, your background colors are gray, and I would like to change that to white so it fits more with the entire design of the page. So I'm going to add a follow-up prompt to iterate on this.
Shola, I have a question. Sorry to interrupt.
No, yes, please go on.
Yes, I just had a thought I wanted to share.
Okay.
With the idea that Blessing is also working on the sales rep,
Yes.
and probably most likely what I'm building, is there at any point need to train V0 on a particular model to execute, or there's no need for training?
No need for training. It uses more of a general purpose AI model when it comes to like AI services on your application. So you will still need to have, like when you move out your application from this, or while we are still building, to instruct it to use a particular AI model, they can then add the API key that, oh, use this model that I have trained personally for it to perform these actions on my application. But currently now, their AI at the back end is just a general purpose one. It works, but it may not have like all the specificity that you're looking for when it comes to how it's going to like implement your features in the application. So, but for right now, it's still able to do a lot of things while it's still general purpose. Does that answer your question? Okay.
Ajala, I think I'm ready to share mine.
Okay. I'll just stop sharing. The floor is yours.
Okay. Okay, so this is mine. I that's built like the so I had a document that I had like the entire idea. So I gave it that document and then I started building it out. So this is what I have for like the home page. Sorry, the header. I'm not really sure about this part, but it's also something in my document. So I don't know if there's something I want to include, but this is it. And then the platform features, then how it works, pricing, which would be reworked, and then FAQ, and then the wait list and the footer. You're muted, Shola.
Sorry, I said this is really, really good.
Thank you.
Wow. You guys are really like beating me with the design thing. It looks really impressive, to be honest.
Thank you.
And also
Then,
the colors you use, what was the reason between like why you chose green?
because green kind of like builds trust, and you know this is going to be dealing with money and stuff like that. So it's important that people have that people are able to just trust the platform, and I think green kind of like builds trust.
Okay, that's good. Sabi AI.
And but it's not like the main name, because I've thought about this name before and other people have taken it. So I don't really have a name for the platform. So but this was like the first name that just clicked, and you know, you need an AI rep that sabi work, that knows how to get the work done. So Probably I will still think around the naming of it.
So now, do you intend, because I think you wrote here on your hero, supported by WhatsApp, Instagram, are these like company that supports it, or you plan to include
No.
those features?
So maybe I would use the word integrated.
Okay.
Yeah, because not actually supported, but you can actually integrate WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok into the platform. Yeah.
Okay. 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 So social integrations and voice
Yes,
AI.
integrations, yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm having a glitch with mine. I mean, the design is looking really nice, but I'm using mobile. I'm working on mobile. The light keeps going on and off. So I'm working on mobile, but there's a glitch kind of. Maybe I should share my screen so you can see.
Please do.
Okay.
I'm about to join.
Sorry, can you see this now?
Yes.
Okay, so I put this on. This is what I currently have.
Okay.
Okay, so this is where the glitch is. Where's that? Where's that? Yeah, yeah. So I keep getting this feedback.
Oh, have you tried like opening this on your laptop to see if it's different?
No, but I tried using the desktop side to, see if it makes any difference.
Okay, let me quickly explain something that will help you to help me to help you. Just 1
Okay.
minute. You can stop sharing.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So I want to quickly go over how you can publish your website. Why I'm saying this, so that he could send me his link and I'll be able to view it from this end. So while you're here, you can simply come here to publish and click on publish to production. And this goes over your entire application. It sees all the codes. If there's an error in the application itself, it's not going to publish. And then you can use V0 to still make the fixes while it does that. Once it's done publishing, it's going to give you a link that you can access. And you can also customize this link so it's not as long as it looks, which I will also do that once it's done publishing. Then Qudus, you'll be able to publish yours and then send me the link, so I'll view your app from here to see whether that happens on just mobile or mobile and desktop. Okay, so it's ready. I can go on to customize mine to change it to, what was the name of the app? FeedStack. Okay, so FeedStack is the name of the application and it's here. So you can just click on it. So you can quickly do that and send it to me. So I'll just have a look from here to see what's happening. And if it happens, the error still happens on both mobile and desktop. So while that happens, I want to quickly show, for those who want to integrate voice AI into their platform, a platform that you can actually use that I've used before, which is this vapi.ai. It gives you free credits to try out and build so many things with it initially. So I would also maybe, like during the week, just the different integrations that you guys want to do, I could send links to those in the group. So this is for voice AI. For social integrations that Blessing mentioned, I also like send a platform you can do that with and have your APIs ready. And maybe just give you like a bit of instructions on how you could go about implementing it even before our next session. So the goal is that you should be able to still keep on working on your product even when you're not meeting like this. So after this 3 hours today, during the week, you can like add your voice AI to your app You can add the API for the tax legal stuff that you mentioned, and also social integrations and all. So by the time we come meet again next week, Saturday, you also just like focus on just authentication, and you're absolutely like working fine. You've tested it out, you've done simulations, you've seen just how well it can work together. So Qudus, I'll be waiting for your published link to have a look at your app. So the fix that I made has already been done here. Now I can't see the text. I'll also tell it to make an update to it.
So yes, I'm already working on publishing. It's initializing. So once the link is ready, I'll share with you.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Sorry, apparently I can no longer send messages today. The messages is up, and there was an error that I need to fix.
Okay, you could still, let's say you try to get on a different Visa account during the week. You can reach out to me and I'll just see if, like, try to rebuild it again using the same steps you used for today's on to replicate the environment in which you're building that. See if you still have that error, or you could just buy, if you're able to afford it, like buy credits.
I mean, I could do it. I could do it right now as well. I could retry it on another account right now as well.
Okay, then. Okay, I think Oluwaseyi would like to share his with us, please. Go ahead. Okay, so what is Project Archive?
That's the student project database you were talking about.
Yeah, I wanted like him to just tell us about it, to present it.
Okay. So can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so let me go back there. It's just my it's just I tried to sort out this thing. I'm not good at many things, so this thing is not mine entirely. But I think this actually covers the place whereby instead of having like students do their final year or undergraduate projects and even masters just for doing sake. Now you have a place by, you can do it, and just like a research kit, but more of like undergraduate and easily accessible because easily accessible, and then it is good for us. Like our talents, our problems are there. You can easily say, okay, this is what I did. Companies can go there and be like, oh, we love your problem. Can we help us? Let us develop it together as a company, and then maybe grants can get the grants and all those things also. Then companies can also go there and be like, okay, these are the problems we want to solve in our company, in our organization, in our industry. Okay, who can look into this problem? And that's just what it's all about. Some
That sounds very exciting. It does. Because I think when I was back in university, there were several times where we had a project that was not like final year project in 200 or 300 level, even 400 that we submitted, but it just like ended up in the lecturer's office. Nobody got to see it. And all, like, for example, I did building construction in school. I worked at the airport, international airport in Lagos, and I did like very exciting things on the runway, the building, the structural conduits, all of that. I got a 5.0. I was really excited. That was like I think one of my only 5.0 I had in school. But then once I was done presenting, that was like the end of that project. I've not heard about it again since then. It's just gone. So let's say I had this now. I'd have also like talk about it, write my reports, add images, video evidences of what I did. And I mean, I could show this to any other person that, oh, I once did this, and this is like my entire research on what happened during my IT. So yeah, this is very like important for us to have. I don't know if there's any other products that's like this. I think most people just end up using ResearchGate to publish their projects, and they don't really push it forward more than that. And most times it's just like final year project or like all those in betweens while you're still in university, your year 2, year 4. We don't really get to see those things after we're done presenting. So this is a very innovative idea.
And then so now I can go on to the next part of the one thing. So now I can go on to the next part of the point now. But that's for the what's the name of the product picture.
Yes, you can.
So the product picture now.
Yes, I'm also doing.
Can't they match the two together?
You can't. No, you're still building it on this same page. You're not on a different page. Like in this same chart, that's where you're still building it. So you keep on building. It just creates a new page for you, for it. So it could be like / dashboard or / app of where your app is going to exist in. So you can just keep on adding your prompts there in the same chart. Like throughout this entire cohort and the sprint, we are going to be building every single thing, just the same chart, not multiple charts. So the entire context is just going to be in one chart. Yeah. Okay, so let me go back to sharing my screen to show you guys what I've been building so far. Okay. So now on my feedback page, which is like my very first, it's still part of like landing page because it's where the public feedbacks exist. You have the board, we have the vote buttons on it where people can vote for the feedback they want to see. It's unable to open it here, but I'm going to also add that because I want them to also drop comments on the feedback. So I've not viewed that page yet, but I'm going to drop comments, the timestamp, who dropped the feedback, or if it was like anonymous, the status of the feedback, and also the category of the feedback. So it is also like searchable and can also be seen through this drop down. Let me restart the page. So if you look, I showed you guys how to publish your application to the internet. If you look at this part here, latest, let me just quickly highlight that in this here, this part here, where the red box is latest. If you look at it, you're able to see previous versions of your app that have been built. So if you made a mistake and you just want to like move backwards without having to prompt, you can do that. If I click on version 13, it takes me to the time before I send this last prompt. So far I've sent 13 prompts. So the versions are usually after every single prompt that you create, and it makes changes to your website. So that's how you're able to still maintain version control within your app build during the entire process. So if there's something you don't like how it looks, you can do that. And if you look at this, it's able to still filter. Let me close this version. It's able to filter the the feedbacks across the entire application, and also filter by category. So the filtering works. The submitting feedback button doesn't work. So I'll just keep on building now to add individual pages for the feedback, and also to make the submit feedback button to create a modal that takes feedback and for it to work. So if at any time that V0 is giving you something that doesn't look like what you described, you can reply to the chat with, oh, this is what I meant, and be more specific and describe your layout again, one section at a time. So if you have published your link, please feel free to drop it in the chat here or on WhatsApp so we can all check it out while still building. So we have been going on now for the past 1 hour and 30 minutes. We can take a bit of a break for like 5 to 10 minutes to stretch, get water, or keep building if you're in flow, if you're there. And then by 2:40, by 2:50, we'll come back and continue. I'll keep on building while you also keep on building. So before we even go that, I just want to have a bit of a roll call. Tobi Stack, you've not really like shared or said anything. Also, David Prince, would you like to like share your screen with us before we go on a break? Hi, David Prince and Tobi Stack. Are you still on the call with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think David Prince, you're trying to talk. Please go ahead.
My system. So I started building, but my system went low. So I'm just watching what others are doing and jotting down. So maybe later this night, I will. When I charge it, I will continue and build it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yes, please go ahead.
I don't know what's going on, but then VO is saying that can't see my project, so I can't seem to see any custom link to publish. Let me just quickly share so that probably there's something wrong that I'm doing.
Okay.
So publish.
No, you click on publish to production first.
Okay.
Button down, the white one. Publish to production.
Okay.
Yes.
So I missed that first. All right, thanks. Got it.
You're welcome. So if you have any other error again, so when you're done and it's live, then you cannot click on the customize domain to then make updates to your domain.
Okay. Yeah. Can I come in?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me just share my screen. Though I'm still working my way around it, by the way. So you manage what I have.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So here is what I have.
Okay.
At the moment, I'm working on sense. So here on the pricing stuff, since it's a okay.
I think it's
Sorry.
making sense still.
Yeah. Let me just chill a little bit. I think it's done. Fresh. Okay. Fresh. So, okay. Yeah. So for the pricing page, I just did some sort of like a calculator here says it's a pay as you go kind of routine, right?
Okay.
But I think it's functional there. So right to the testimonials, integration, FAQ, CTA, and then the footer. So I think that's just majorly what I have at the moment.
Wait, sorry. Can I see your initial prompt, the first one you sent?
Because,
A document.
it was not a document. I don't know. I just copied it and it showed a document with the stuff. So here is it. Can you
It's
see
really,
it?
yes, I can. It's well detailed. 'Cause I can see your landing page looks really nice. So I was just curious.
Okay. Okay. So I guess that's just it for my end.
So did you try to see the navigation works well, like on mobile? You can click on this mobile icon. No, not the mobile. Yes. Click on this. No, here. Okay. It works well. It works well. That's really good. It works really well.
I think that's just it. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can start the break now, and for 10 minutes by 2:56, I'll be back and then I'll resume just like explaining while I build through the product side of things, design decisions, how I handle errors that happen while building, and just really show you guys just how to truly build out features, ask it to add certain things for you, make it functional, and simulate examples across your build. So if you're still building, keep building. If you want to maybe take a walk or take a bottle of water or something, just stretch your legs and then we're back to continue the other two halves of the build. Okay, so I'm back, and operators get started. We have just about an hour and 5 minutes left till the end of the session. So I would like to quickly go over building the main product page, and then also building the management side of it, where you're able to manage your application and see what's happening from your own end as an admin of your app. So I would go on to present my build while I add this features to it. Yes, please ask a question.
Okay, Shola. So I added a reference image for Vue to replicate an exact stuff, and instead of giving me real pictures, it's giving me emojis.
Could you share your screen, please?
Okay, I'm coming. You see the screen? I see it.
Yes, I can.
So I'm trying to find the reference image. Let's see. So I added a reference image to, but this is what I'm getting.
Oh, okay. I think he says the other one message left, but I think you could tell it, you can instruct it to not use emoji, but instead use the image that you give it. So like it should follow the reference image and generate let's say human faces as the samples for this instead of using
Yes,
an emoji for
I
it.
did that. I did that. So I don't know how I can check my. Okay, just wait, if I show you. I did that, and it's. I don't know if it's my credit. So,
I think you can, if you scroll down, you would see your prompt, the last prompt you used. Like scroll down here, yes.
yeah, right.
No, not there. Scroll down again. Oh,
Yeah,
up a bit.
okay, it doesn't look good. It's
After,
exactly
there was a next one after this.
yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
This was the point I was letting it look like it doesn't look too good. As it replicate exact reference, only change the images of people.
You can try to like tell it to use real people, not emoji faces. So like be specific of the change you want. That currently it's using emoji faces for the samples it's showing, and instead it should generate AI images of real people and use them as the placeholders. So you can try that and let me know if it works. Okay, I see you can try that and let me
Okay.
know if it works. Like you would tell it to use to generate you would tell it to generate AI images of real people
Okay.
and use that for the placeholder instead of using emoji. That currently there are faces of emojis that are being used. So
Okay.
you point out the problem and then tell it the fix it should do.
Okay. All right.
So while we are still building, is anyone facing any other blockers that we could go over how you're building? I think for the next 1 hour, while we are building, let's like be sharing each other's screens, and anything that you're stuck on, I could just help you with it. Say for 120 seconds, okay?
Okay, so I've rebuilt now, and I want to share my screen so that you can see what I built.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, please go ahead. Is it the same app you showed, or I think this was a different one?
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. I only tweaked the design a bit. The first one I did was a bit too basic.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So it has, I mean, it has done it now. While it was building the other time, I kind of it kind of made a screenshot of what it was building, so it fixed the error when it took the screenshot.
Okay.
So this is what I built. So because I wanted to combat that me losing number of messages I could send, I had to spell out every section and break it down, but I put it all in one prompt that they go as well.
Okay. And did you build it very well? Like after you used the entire prompt?
Didn't even make any iterations or corrections to it.
Okay, that's good. So now you're going over to building the main application now, right?
Yes, I'm working on that already.
Okay. Okay.
Ajala. So
Yes.
I made a few changes to mine. So I noticed that in the mobile view for the landing page, it wasn't really coming out. So I
Okay.
had to make some few corrections to that. And then also, you're talking about building the management view. How do I go about that?
Okay, so I think you would first of all ask either Claude or ChatGPT or Visa that you want to build an admin section for this application where you can manage users, manage the actions that are being performed in the application. If people have to, the number of, like for your own instance now, the number of AI agents that are being created. So it's like simulates how that's going to look for you. And also the number of calls that are being made and like transcriptions. So that would be like those on the admin page that it could build for you. So
Okay.
you're going to be creating a prompt for the main dashboard for the user, but now this is for you being the one managing the platform.
Okay.
Yeah. So it
Does
gives
that
it. then you
I
use
need
it.
to- Okay. Does that mean on my, because I feel like I need to create a different page underneath this, right?
So you can still create it there on admin. While we are deploying, I think I'll also talk about how you can deploy and have your own admin side plus login separate from the main app itself, and like how you can host it on a subdomain.
Okay. So this first page that I'm seeing, I'm just seeing like I'm seeing like futures, right? Let me share my screen so you see what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is futures, which probably contains this landing page, supposed to be named the landing page, but just call itself futures. So if I want to build this admin dashboard now, am I not supposed to have a separate page, probably something different?
Admin, yes, it's supposed to have an admin separately.
Okay, so how do I create it? Is it when I give it the prompt that it will create another page?
Yes, it will. It will create on that page. So you can just instruct it that it should create it on /admin for you.
/admin, okay, all right.
Yes. Then for the user dashboard /dashboard.
Okay, so this chart thing that you see here, I want to be able to animate it, right? I don't want it to be static like this, but I instructed it to animate it, but it didn't animate it for me.
Okay. This plus icon here on the chat. Let me see if I can use on your chat box here. That plus icon.
This one.
No, on the chat itself for V0, the V0 chat.
Okay.
That plus icon. Click on it.
Which of them?
Down here, when you see ask a follow-up, down.
Okay. Okay.
That plus icon.
Okay, the plus icon.
Yes, it's going to show you. It's not here. It's supposed to have like take a screenshot, but if you can take a screenshot of this place,
okay,
upload it to Visa and tell it that you want it to animate that section, that part or that design in the hero section. So it should be something like however you want, maybe like text that are appearing like a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you could tell it that you should animate like an active conversation happening, and message out like entering and it's scrolling up, entering and scrolling up, so it gets to see.
Okay, fine. Let me do that.
Okay. So who else would like to have a go?
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sorry?
I said, I created the home feed page now for for the platform. Yes, but the problem is that I'm on latest now, but it's still showing me the landing page. I don't know what is wrong.
You would ask V0 to tell you the route he created. If it's on dashboard, then you can go to, if you can share it, let me show you, we can go to find it.
Okay, let me share my screen, sir. Okay, I'm sharing my screen already, sir.
Okay, I can't see it yet.
It starts, sir. Then
Okay. If you ask in your chat here to tell you where he created the dashboard, then you can come here, up here. If I have those tools here. This part here.
up
Where
here.
there's this slash up here. Yes, this slash here. You can then like type in the route that was created. So you could type dashboard to see that was created. Yes. Typing prompts like was created. So if you type that, you'll see that was created. Yes. So is it working now?
Because it's actually
page
created
could not be-
what I wanted. Which is like I just don't know it. No, sir. I think let me ask.
Yeah, you can ask it as, yes, what route did you create or what page did you create it on?
Okay. So this is not the same.
So it's on feed. You can now add feed there to see it. Just slash feed.
Okay. Wow.
There you
I've
have
seen
it.
some.
Okay. So any other question?
No, sir.
What page you talk about using for the UX? Is it for Claude?
No, you talk about using a website or something for the UI design. For the design, you said it was child, call it child or something. Not sure.
I think I meant Claude. I can tell it to
Oh, okay.
write for you. Yes, the how you want your design to look. How you want it to- Or if you want to get a design from a different platform, you can just like screenshot how it looks and then import it to V0.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
But I don't know. Is it that this thing is simple to create? Or because I have someone guiding us? 'Cause
Sorry?
I said, I don't know. I'm just thinking. Is it that it is easy to create, or because I have someone guiding us, make it easier?
No, it's easy. Like my role here is to help when you face blockers because I sort of like have a lot more experience using it. But for a complete beginner who's just like very curious, ready to make mistakes, and has credits to spend, you can get a hang of it in like maybe just like trying different things, able to build, make mistakes, try it again, see what works. Like the example now, for example, I gave a reference to the very first time I hosted a V0 class in Lagos in February. And I gave them like a format that it worked, but then not for every single person. At that point in time, that was the one I knew that, oh, it was very good. It was like a whole prompt scheme that I created. It still works, but then the length at which the context is was too much. So for some people trying to build very simple applications, it's too much information at once that is sent to V0. But over time, having to like keep on using the app, I built up to like 30 different applications on V0. just to see how well it can handle complexities, see how well it's able to take just a random idea and myself and the AI just having a conversation to build out the app without having to maybe involve on that developer into it or having to use my skill as a developer, just trying to build it as if, oh, I'm non-technical, help me build this. When I make errors, help me fix the errors. When I make corrections, how do you fix the corrections? So how do I even also avoid so many errors? That way I don't spend much credit. What models do I use for certain features I want to add to the platform? Do I always need to use the V0 Max? It spends a lot more credit, but is it always needed for every single iteration I want to make? No. So there are times where even just the V0 Mini performs really well and uses less credit, saving me money. So I've had to do a lot of like trial and error, just trying to understand how the platform truly works. And over time, watching like content, having questions with like the team at Vercel and V0, whenever I have questions on how I want to make an integration to work with the platform, if I want to add like a backend service. Because I've had clients of mine now at Helm Labs, because I also do one-on-one at Helm Labs where I stay in a build environment with the client, and for the duration of 4 or 5 weeks, we are building the client's project to the end. A call like this, but just one-on-one with the person. And not just on V0. I've done this on Base 44, I've done this on Lovable, and also on Bolt. Why I like V0 is that, unlike Lovable, you're able to do a lot with less. So Lovable now is very good, like beautiful designs. But once you start getting like complex, adding features that makes the app to look like a proper application, your credits get spent like a lot quicker. So, but with V0 now, you can do a lot more with less. You can add very complex technical and advanced features to it that will like make you to spend more when using Lovable. Plus, it also has its own strengths so far, because I've tried using Figma to this kind of designs where someone designs in Figma or designs in an AI tool for design, and oh, I want to take this design and turn it to an application. And though, like I said, V0 was not very good, but still it outperformed Lovable. So that's where I also found out, oh, it's like, it ticks my box. If I'm a non-technical founder and I just had a product designer design a product for me, I want to turn this product into an application. Which one is the best bet for me if I have zero technical experience? I just want to import my designs from Figma into this tool for it to build it out for me. V0 performed Lovable. But now there are other tools again that I think I could talk about, and let's say when we are done with the whole thing, on how you can still use Figma designs to code. Though you don't have to like build out custom features like this, but you can build out something that, try to say, it gives you better designs than what Vue is going to give to you. Yes, but for functionality now, or for something that works very well, like how you have it in your head, not just the design parts alone, but functionality, that the features are working how you want them to work. So far from all I have tried, V0 like outperforms all of the AI builders that I've worked with. That's why it's still my go-to builder most of the time. So that's it. So let me share my screen to show you guys how far. Is there any other question before I move on?
No question.
Okay. So far I have added like not logged in state. I've added a success state for when a user wants to. Let me refresh this page to see if it works. Submit feedback form, the title, the individual feedback forms. Okay. Also the history of the feedback forms and comments. I still now want to make updates to this because I don't like how this color is here. I also do not like how this doesn't have real images for people that want this. Then also this form, the submit feedback form, the background color here doesn't work for me because it's not the same with the description. So there's still a bit of update I'm going to make to it before I go on to build the admin section. So you had a question? Okay. Oluwaseyi, did you have a question?
No, sir. Oh, I thought so I think I'm not muted.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to making iterations to mine as we build along.
Is this your admin dashboard that you're building?
No, this is still the main app for me.
The first landing page.
No, I've done the landing page. This is the product page where people can submit feedback and also upvote on feedbacks.
Are we to build something like this too, or this is peculiar to yours?
It's peculiar to mine. Yes, peculiar to mine. So yours
Yes.
now will have a creation flow for the AI sales agent. That's
Okay.
what you see on your own dashboard.
Okay. So, but for us now, what we need to build is the admin side, right?
Yeah, after you're done with the dashboard, the admin side next.
Dashboard. When you say dashboard, what does that entail?
Think of it as the main app itself. So if I sign up or log into your application as a user, not an admin, that is where I get to see and I want to create an AI sales agent. I want to set how many calls it can receive or make in a particular day, how much you can spend. I want to give a name to the AI sales agent. If I want to give it instructions for it to learn about my business. So like the creation flow required to create forming AI sales agents, that should be where your dashboard is. So this is
Okay.
just a feedback collection form. So it doesn't really have all those complexities. But you can build it. Yes.
Okay, so it's telling me that my credit is finished, so I want to subscribe. But now in subscribing it, I'm seeing $30 monthly credit per user. Is
I think
that,
the 20 will be fine for you. You may not need 30.
so which one should I do?
You can do the 20. The 30 is for team. The 20 is just for personal individual use.
I'm not seeing individual. I'm
Could
seeing
you,
only team, business, and enterprise. Team is $30 per user.
Click premium. Premium is for individual.
were you on premium before?
I don't know what I was on.
Could you share your screen, please?
Okay.
Before she does that, I also want to ask, when you're on premium, do you have unlimited chats? Because I run out of chats.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, I think you do. Yes, you do. But then the credits gets to pigs. Compare team. Could you close this and go to your billing page, please, on settings? Click on your profile icon up here. No, not there. Profile, yes. Then click on credits. Okay, click on upgrade from here. Can you click on business? Could I see what business on? Why don't you're supposed to have premium?
Yeah, Blessing, how did you register? Did you register as an individual or as a business?
And I think I don't know. I just logged in. I used my Google Mail. And I think they gave me like $5. That's what I've been using.
Oh, that's still usual.
But mine is just showing. Maybe this is the price, you guys only showing $20. Mine
No,
is
no,
showing straight
it's
up.
supposed to have like
Sorry,
premium.
mine is also like this too.
So no premium on yours.
No, it's just exactly like this.
Mine has
So I came in
premium.
with the $5. I came in with the $5 credit.
Maybe I should just do teams like this team.
That's 30. Okay.
But it seems like if I do this teams on, they will be charging me $90 per month.
No. It's 30. You wouldn't add you would not add a new member, just yourself alone. Yes, so it's with 30.
Okay, I've built my product to a point. Kind of like just said, my charts again, not credits. I using my charts again. So, um, I wanted to
You
ask
can share
because
your screen.
Lovable. Okay, so Lovable and sorry, hold on for me. Yes. Okay, so let me go back to the home. So I have this fixed already. Um, One of okay. Let me log in my simulated auth and well this works. All of this works. Yeah. So I've simulated the top up of the payments as well. So and it works just fine. So I wanted to ask, does VO give daily free credits like other platforms does like Lovable does?
Yes, they do, but it's monthly credits.
Oh, it's monthly.
Yes, monthly credits.
Oh, okay. So it means that it is the charge that is restricted per day.
So it's not really restricted. If you're on a premium or team plan, you can have like limited chat until your credit is exhausted.
Oh yeah, yeah. I get that now. I get that now.
But the free credits now, they topped up for you monthly.
Okay. Okay. So all of this
Yeah.
works for me. We my bookings. I can also view bookings already. Confirm bookings, but there's still
Okay.
some issues here. But I'm sure those will be fixed. I pushed the live. I'm going to go check the live preview instead.
Okay.
I'm going to go check the live preview instead. So this
So you
should,
check live review. Did you publish, like, did you update your publish link? But you
yes,
have to.
yes, I did. So yeah, bookings, CRM. Okay, it did not break. Okay, I think it is still broken. It is still broken in on live as well. Just this part.
Can you share the link to the chat, please?
Yes, 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 I can. Okay, so I'll do that. I'll also okay. I checked the wallet the other time. This works. I think I have a 404 page here. I personally haven't fixed that up myself. That was what I was about to do next. But this works. It works.
Okay.
So I wanted to test the admin side because I think I created the admin side as well. Sorry. Yes. So the admin dashboard also works. I could see recent signups, but it's not fully populated because there is no nav bar for it, and I can't really control a lot of things. So I'm going to have to rethink the whole admin end
Okay.
to integrate more control. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So before I go, and I was going to ask if I could like walk through everyone present. I want to know the third-party features that you're going to be adding to your own application. Here I have the one for voice AI, social integrations. Um, are there any others that I should make note of so that when I'm reaching out to you guys during the week, I'm able to bring it exactly what you need?
Okay. So personally, I want to do a whammy link trigger. So originally, I'm supposed to actually have
Family,
the
WhatsApp.
yes, not full WhatsApp integration, just a whammy link trigger.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because I've been building some stuff recently, and I figured out that using full WhatsApp integration can be a lot. So I will just use a whammy link trigger instead, and Google sign up for quick sign up at the auth stage.
Yeah, for the authentication, yes. What I'm going to be teaching you guys will require both email and password and also Google sign up. You have both of them integrated by next week.
Oh, okay. So for my end, okay, yeah, Google Calendar. But instead of doing full Google integration, I also found a workaround to have the system create an ICS file
ICS
to be
file.
sent. Yes, to download
Okay.
an ICS file to add to Google Calendar manually rather than do a full integration.
Okay. Do you have that done already, or you're looking for how to implement that?
No. I've implemented it before somewhere else. I will just try to redo that next week or during the
Okay.
week as we go.
All right. That's fine.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I go, Shola?
Yes, you can. You want to share your
So,
screen?
no, I'm out of chats for today. I was trying something new, which I was going to share briefly. So I thought about the action, the call to action that you mentioned.
Okay.
One of the most important feature I want to add to the voice. I'm not certain yet. I'm going to add a voice feature. However, there will be an AI agent feature because every single step will be an AI agent fetching information and coming back with at least at the minimum form of speed. And then secondly is an autofill feature. So the agents should be also know how to autofill forms. And
Okay.
then I have been able to, because of the complexity of what I'm building and how compliance it is in terms of law, I was
Yes.
able to ask VO to sort of save a JSON file with all the key aspects of the tax law. So I gave you the tax law and I tell you to draw from that and have some very important feature in a JSON file. So that way, if there's any feature that needs to be activated or replaced, or if there's something it has stated somewhere, it will autocorrect.
Okay.
Yes, I think that's okay. Then lastly, at the end of when someone closes a sale or a tax filing, the person gets a receipt into their email. So there should be that feature as well. So majorly three feature,
To
AI
generate
agent. Say again?
it's like PDF for the receipt.
Yes. PDF for the receipt. So sort of an evidence that they made payment. Thank
Okay.
you.
So is there anyone that's trying to fetch data from, let's say, LinkedIn, Twitter for the application?
So I tried fetching data from YouTube because some sort, probably if there are certain, because there was a webinar, very large scale webinar from the presidency. That's
Yeah.
the guy in charge, chairman. So there were a lot of
Okay.
chats there. So I'm also thinking if we can fetch some key things from that chat that may most likely be, serving as a feedback to the system or the app. So that's my thought. I haven't executed that yet, but when you said, Twitter or LinkedIn, it just came to me that it's possible.
Okay. So there's also a tool that I can recommend for that too, and how you can set it up in V0 or it pulls data from like the web. Most of these platforms like Claude, ChatGPT, they're used on the back end to fetch data online. So Bright Data, they're one of like the largest when you say web crawling infrastructures are online. So I would also recommend them and how to use them in your application. Okay, so I'm currently building my admin section and I want to see how it looks like. So we have like 17 minutes. This color is different. It looks good, but the system design is different from what we had initially. So I'm going to iterate on this now for you to follow the system design that we were using, because it used dark mode first of all, then went on to use light mode. I'm going to switch this. Is there a question?
Yeah, hi Shola. How do
Hi.
I get to my dashboard? Because I'm done building it now, but that slash button, it's not bringing down the other ones, the other pages.
Yeah, it was supposed to, like before, I don't know whether they updated this, but normally it brings it down. But I think you have to like type it in manually at the moment. But I'm just write that down. I should reach out to the team and mention this. But yes, like right now you can only just type it in /dashboard, so you get to the page yourself.
Okay.
I think it's one thing I would prefer Lovable to do, because on Lovable, if you click on here, it shows you all your routes that are currently available on the platform. So I don't know why this doesn't have it. Another way for you to know like how many pages you've built is to come to this code section here. Let me highlight it. Here. Come to the code section, click on app, and then you'll see all your pages. I currently have my admin page with the other pages there on the changelog, feedback, roadmap. I have my user dashboard, and then I have this feedback page. That was the old one I was using initially, but I want to make this to be a public feedback page that anyone coming to the platform can just see all the feedbacks that have been gotten on different applications or from different companies. So is anyone else that would like to share their screen on what progress they have made so far? Okay, so now I just had an error, and you can simply click on fix with V0 and it will fix it automatically. But sometimes it takes a few trials for you to fix this error. Then I'll show you what you could do. That's if it doesn't fix now.
I want to share my dashboard.
Okay.
Although I noticed that it's very slow, like it's not like very, very responsive. Like immediately you touch it, doesn't like show very fast. It's manageable. So this is what my dashboard looks like.
Okay. All the routes. Okay.
After some conversation, but you see how many minutes it took for conversation to open up?
Load.
Yeah. And these are like conversations, messages.
Across social media. Okay.
Yeah. These are the leads. It shows you the false leads. Shows you warm leads, follow up calls, and all of that. So it tags your leads for you.
Okay.
These are like reports. So this reports your revenue and your leads over time. Although I will still make a lot of changes in AI training. So this is where you get to train your AI on everything about. So this particular feature is majorly for people that are doing DMs, Instagram DMs or WhatsApp DMs. So if you're running engagement part, this feature is for you.
Okay.
Then settings, this is where you get to fill out all your details, like your business details. So we verify you, integrate your channel, train, blah, 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 and help and support. But I still have to work on all of this. Now, see, help and support is down, so I have to like work on it.
Create a page for it. Okay.
But now the problem is, if I want to go back, I have to now come here to remove this part just to be able to go back to the dashboard.
I think you can try by clicking on back, like.
Oh,
go
like
back.
this back place.
Yes.
Check, check.
Does it? I think it should work.
Okay. Let me continue working on this. So should I go ahead, since I've done this dashboard, instead of me to like work on it, should I go ahead and just create my admin page now?
Yes, you can create the admin page, and then you now go over.
And start
Yeah, and start
refining.
making corrections and refining it. Yes.
Okay.
We have like 10 minutes left for this call. So okay. Does anyone else want to like share, have a question? Okay, so has everyone actually tried to publish and deploy the application during this entire call? If you have, please share your screen to the link, the URL on WhatsApp so we can all check it out.
Oh, sorry, also we should click on the publish thing to
Yes,
get.
click on publish. It's going to show you publish a production and then create a link for you, which can then go on to customize here.
But when we are sharing this link, it's only the landing page you can see, right? Or should we build it to a point where you are able to sign up and view the dashboard and all of that?
No, right now, you can't sign up, but every single page you've created on the app, once you publish it, you can see them.
Oh, okay. So we should publish individual pages that we are creating.
No, once you just click on publish, it publishes like the entire thing you've built already.
So would you be able to the dashboard?
Yes, you'll be able to view your dashboard, your admin, and all pages that you created during this session.
Ah, okay.
So this is mine. I'll be sharing mine now to the WhatsApp group.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I published mine and I launched it, but it's just only showing the landing page.
Try changing the URL, like go to a different URL that you created on the page and see. So like undo the link you created /dashboard. Were you able to see it?
I'm trying to do that now.
You know, I think we can try something where we'll tell V0 to create a page that we'll call maybe navigation that shows every single route and pages that was created in this session. So you can just go there and click on where you want to see and it takes you there. Maybe when you're done building, you can then delete that when you have proper navigation on the landing page, on the dashboard and all. But I think if you already have like your dashboard looking like this, you should see the navigation properly. You may not really need to build a navigation page to like have a demo of the application. And so it's like.
So I don't understand what you meant, sir.
Sorry? Should I come again?
I don't understand what you. Yes, sir. I think what you said, sir.
Okay, I was saying if you're unable to see, have you built your app to this point where you can see your dashboard?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then if you just click on the link and you can add link to the dashboard, the user is able to go through the landing page and also the dashboard of what you built. Let me show you. I'm going to submit on the group. So I just submitted on the group, and you can look at it to see how you can submit yours to, giving anyone who wants to reach out, like check out your platform to have a view of every single like route you built today.
Okay, I get this now, sir. I get this. I will use it.
Okay.
Shala, your links on the group are currently showing 404 error.
I'm currently publishing it. I said that's not the link. Oh, that's not the link. That's not the link. Thank you. This feed stack. Yeah. Thank you. So I've corrected it, and it should show correct one now. Ah, this is better, but it changed my theme.
Okay, shall I update my admin dashboard?
Okay, you can share it now. Oh, yes, by 4. Wait, it should be done by now.
I don't know, my laptop just.
Okay, so we'll just wait for Blessing to come and present, and then we can conclude the session for today. I would go over finding the third-party tools you're going to need to complete your build during this week, and then I'll relay information on how we would get ready and prepare for our session for next week, Saturday. And yeah, so I really want to thank you all for taking the time. 3 hours is a lot of time to spend with someone learning how to build the AI. And I'm really grateful that you guys decided to participate in this. And I look forward to building next week, the week after, and still till June 6th when we're done. So Blessing, please go ahead to present.
Yeah, sorry, I think I have too many tabs open on my laptop, so it just locked me out. So okay.
Okay.
It's in the dashboard.
Wow. Are all the routes for the admin, like the user subscription?
But my only concern is this: why is it slow?
It could be network, or it could be like maybe the browser you're on. Like you say, you have many tabs open, so it also yeah.
It could be my tabs. I actually have a lot of tabs. Maybe I'll take that out.
Okay, that looks really good.
So if now I'm building with AI, is AI credit the AI credit going to count for the subscription that these people pay?
The $30 you paid.
No, okay, let me explain it this way. If I deploy these products, we go live and everything, and probably that I don't know, maybe I'll be spending more than $30 and not just my subscription fee. Maybe I might be spending money on other things that I'm integrating with. Is that going to increase? Yes, definitely that's going to increase my cost. But is that something that is going to also affect the users?
Oh, yes, you have to like charge them to create agents. So you could make it that they can create one agent for free, and the agent can perform 5 calls in a month. So that could be just the free trial. They can test to see how useful the platform is. And then if they want to be able to make 100 calls or 200 calls, then they pay for credit, because VAPI now, the AI tool I'm going to show to you that you can connect your voice AI, requires you to also pay for it. So they do give you a generous free tier to try out the platform, which you're going to use, but you will still need to charge your users. So you can just make it that by the time you add payment to it using FeedStack, the very first AI agent that it creates can make 5 calls for free, and that's it. They have to upgrade.
And that's why they now have to buy their own credits.
Yes, from you. So once they buy credit, you give them a lot more allowance to build more. So similar to how you bought credit here on Visa. I mean, we could build free to an extent, and then it was capped, because if it's just free forever, they're spending a lot of money. I even read on like X today of an AI builder startup, Mocha, that had to shut down because a lot of users were on free plan. We're not really converting to paid users. It could be the functionality. Maybe they don't really build very functional apps, because if you see value in a platform like this and it's able to create like solid apps for you that are very functional and can go live, you would want to pay for it. So having just free users that are just building playful applications to see how it works, it doesn't work long term. You have to charge your users. Particularly with AI, it's very expensive to run AI applications. So, and for one that actually makes calls, put outbound calls and receives inbound calls, it needs to be metered. So, okay. So before you left, I was talking about what we'll be doing like moving forward. All the third-party tools that I'm going to find for you guys for voice AI, social integration, and the other AI agents that he mentioned. And then things that you have to like set up ahead of next week Saturday for authentication, user management, protecting your application, login, sign up, and all. So I want to use this opportunity to like thank you all for taking the time. 3 hours is a lot of time to really spend with people just building and trying to create something. And hopefully you're able to keep on like building this week, improving the product, trying out new things, seeing how you can iterate on it until it looks how you envision it to look like. So the recording for this call is going to be shared in the group. And if you want to watch it again, you can do that. If you have questions, you can drop on the group. I answer every single question for you. And yes, thank you for joining me today. And I look forward to having you all again next week Saturday.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. So have a lovely weekend and keep shipping.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, yeah, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.